The rise of anti-human design. They say humans are evolving, but if you look around, it feels more like they're dissolving. Faster food, shorter thoughts, shallower sleep. A world where everything is smarter, yet somehow, everyone feels dumber. AI assistants, robot vacuums, auto-suggestions for every sentence. But when was the last time a thought unfolded, uninterrupted, without a device stealing the silence? What if this wasn't accidental? What if this new convenience was never meant to free, but to fracture?
The age of effortlessness. Somewhere along the line, effort became the enemy. Tools were made to make life easier, and that made sense. But then came tools to do things no one even needed to do. A smart kettle that boils water from a phone. A fridge that texts when out of milk. A car that parks itself because turning a wheel became too much. Progress has been mistaken for abandonment. The global smart home market surpassed $100 billion in 2023 and is projected to double by 2030. But as the tech accelerates, so do sedentary habits, loneliness, and mental decline. The more machines are built to think, move, and decide, the less thinking, moving, and deciding occurs. And when thinking, moving, and deciding fade, what fills the void? Laziness as a lifestyle. This isn't just about convenience. It's about the kind of human that's being engineered. Too lazy to read, so the scroll never ends. Too lazy to cook, so every meal arrives in a plastic bag. Too lazy to walk, so scooters glide along pavements barely sloped. The World Health Organization reports over 1.4 billion adults are physically inactive. Gen Z, nearly 80% fail to meet basic movement standards. In the U.S., screen time averages 7 hours daily, with teens surpassing 9 hours. Time isn't being saved. Friction is being removed. But friction is what shapes growth. When all resistance is stripped away, the slide begins. And no one notices until it's too late. The robotic void. Once upon a time, robots were the future. The media warned of mechanical uprisings. Now, barely a whisper. Silence, but not absence. In 2019, the American AI Initiative launched, followed by a $500 billion tech stimulus, much of it aimed at automation and machine intelligence. Companies like Boston Dynamics, backed by military interests, are building machines with superhuman agility. Japan's ASIMO project ran for almost 2 decades. In 2022, Tesla's Optimus humanoid robot emerged, engineered for labor replacement. Dependence has grown so quietly that questioning it now feels strange. Designing a dumb society. The internet was meant to enlighten. Instead, it distracts. Common sense, dissolved. Critical thought, curated away. Stanford researchers found that 82% of middle school students couldn't tell the difference between journalism and paid content. Global literacy sits near 87%. Yet digital literacy, the ability to think in an online world, lags far behind. Making money is easier than ever, yet anxiety, burnout, and debt spiral through each new generation. Perhaps that wasn't a glitch. Perhaps it was design. Because a thinking population is dangerous. But a dopamine-fed, feed-fed, docile consumer mass? That's easy to control. Gen Z's average attention span is now 8 seconds, less than a goldfish, which clocks in at 9. The Microsoft study didn't lie. Every app is an attention weapon. TikTok alone measures 500 microsignals per scroll session. Not passive consumption, but active reprogramming. Now imagine Gen Alpha, raised on glowing screens before they could speak. By 2035, what kind of mind will inhabit those bodies? Still human, or something else entirely? The elite's perfect human. Who benefits from this descent? Who thrives when minds are weak, bodies are still, and spirits are numb? A broken population is a manageable one. If memory lives in Google, if motivation dies in TikTok loops, if employment vanishes into AI algorithms, then what remains? And who takes ownership of that silence? By 2030, 800 million jobs will vanish under automation. Nearly 1 in 5 workers displaced. In China, over 60% of restaurants use robot waiters. The replacement has already begun.